introduced by his son, Dr. Anthony Berdis.
Good evening. Tonight I have the distinct honor of presenting my father, Coach Ron Berdis, for induction into the Ohio High School Football Coach Association Hall of Fame. His career accolades are numerous. Some of my favorites include 128 career wins, 14 million titles in 21 years as head coach, a regional championship and state runner-up finish, 2 perfect 10-0 seasons, 1 Associated Press League championship. He has membership in both the Cheney High School and the Curbstone Coaches Hall of Fame. Multiple players of his have advanced and played in the NFL. His life-size picture rightly hangs in the rafters of the school where he did so much, next to other alumni that include Super Bowl winners, alumni legends that are national champions, collegiate All-Americans, and Heisman Trophy recipients. Throughout the entire journey, I had a pretty unique vantage point. Almost everyone knows him as coach, but there are only 2 of us that know him as dad, my sister Stephanie. While many of us have been on the right or the wrong end of a few impassioned lessons, shake it off and step up, act like you've scored before. What you do speaks so loudly, I cannot hear what you say. I've been there through all of that, and I've gotten all of that and so much more. Not only was I a shadow or even a fixture at his side during his tenure at Cheney, hanging on every syllable of pregame speeches, and frankly studying his every move. In fact, there's been more than one occasion during my life where a random individual would come up to me and without me even speaking a word, would pretty much stop me and say, "You have to hear either Ron Berdis, you walk just like him." I also got to go home with Coach though. I got to see the human element, the loving father, the impassioned Catholic, someone who taught me each and every day what it means to be accountable, to be a man of integrity, and to be a Cheney cowboy. You see, the gridiron accolades are just a small part in the legacy, the career, and the life of Ron Berdis. Quite honestly, so much of what represents my father is immeasurable. It's represented by the outpouring of support, all of the people that show up here tonight in attendance, as a show of respect for their beloved coach, colleague, and friend. You see, Cheney football was always about much more than just the game on the gridiron. The pillars of faith, family, and education always came first. Something that my dad and his coaching staff continuously emphasize to anyone brave enough to wear the helmet and put their hand in the pile. So many young men have journeys beyond their 4 years of high school at Cheney to become successful businessmen, physicians, lawyers, but also husbands, fathers, and winners. Even now, with the storied memories of my dad's greatness at Cheney in distant memory, as he last coached almost 20 years ago, I've watched him seize attack other areas in his life with the same commitment, dedication, and passion that were on display for over 21 years at Cheney High School. When you're the architect behind a truly great program, when your daily life is absolutely characterized by practicing what you preach, these things and transitions occur quite naturally. He's now a wonderful grandpa to 2 little boys that love him very much. Just as he's always been the best father, husband, teacher, and coach that so many have rightly come to love, respect, and admire. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to being my father, he's my mentor, he's one of my best friends, and he's always been my hero. He's now a 2024 Ohio High School Football Coach Association Hall of Fame, Coach Ron Berdis.
Well, this won't be easy. First of all, good evening, and I see there's a number of members of our military here this evening. Thank you for your service. I'm pretty sure I heard a sigh of relief from the Cheney people when they didn't see me. leave it that. But I promise I'll be brief. I'm honored and humbled to be in the company of so many great coaches. I congratulate my fellow inductees, their staffs, and their families. You guys all made your programs better. I've been so blessed in my entire life, and to be recognized by the Ohio High School Football Coaches Association is truly an honor. And thank you. Like most coaches, our program tried to sell what is written in Proverbs: he who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. You see, I was raised by two loving parents, a brother and three sisters, whose wisdom put me in the right direction. I had the great fortune to marry a wise woman, my beautiful wife Kim, who has put up with me for 38 years. And what better way to spend Father's Day weekend than to be with family? My son Anthony, who you just heard from, his wife Katie, my daughter Stephanie, and her fiance Jason. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting me. My 1-year-old grandson Cooper Jay didn't make the travel squad. However, 5-year-old Mason is here. And he recently graduated from preschool. He just competed in the backstroke and did so well. His backstroke. Thanks for hanging in there, buddy. For all of you friends who came here from Youngstown and beyond, your being here is more appreciated than you will ever know. A real quick history on Cheney. Chester McPhee was the first coach who was in the Ohio High School Football Coaches Hall of Fame. In 1929, he had an undefeated season, and on that team was a guy that was one of the best players that ever came out of Youngstown, my father, Steve Berdis, who was just a phenomenal player. Red Angelo, who was my coach in high school at Cheney, was my mentor and friend, and who I believe was the greatest motivator of young people that I ever met in my life. On Red's staff was Ed Mady and Joe Letsman, who's in here tonight, who also coached me. Ed took over for Ed. I assisted Ed for 10 years, and then I took over for Ed for the next 20 years. So it's all in the family. Cheney's first 80 years. And what a ride it's been. The guys here tonight that stood by me and with me: Mike Poggio, Bill Miller, Dallas Saunders, Alan Mikovich, Dan Cipriano, Jeff Gessler, Bob Gessler, Mike Dobrin, Joe Lutzy, Dr. Joe DiGantico, Bruce Palmer, Joe Fanto. All of you guys have inspired me and made such a difference in my life, and I am so thankful. All of you are more than deserving of being up here. Thank you for your friendship and dedication. I share this award with each one. And finally, to every player that went through our program, you made us go. Your belief and work ethic was never out there. Remember, we have won, we have lost, we've laughed, we've cried, we did it together. There's no greater basis for friendship. Thank you, and God bless.